Hi guys, welcome back to Living in Reality with Ezinne Williams. Another episode where we are going to be talking about women. This time around, we're talking about women and our finances. And this is also in accordance with the International Women's Day, which is on the 8th of March, 2024. Yes, guys. So I'm not here alone. I'm here with a very important woman, a woman that what matters or what concerns other women is very, very important to her. She is the CEO of the
Money Woman International.
Yes, I love the way she talks. Money Woman International. From the way she's talking, that she's all about the money, empowering women, making sure that women reach their potential. And that this year's theme is all about inclusion. Yes, making sure women are included, and the spotlight is going to be on her. We're going to be talking about finances, how women can better ourselves financially, and your program that you're doing to empower women.
Yes.
So first of all, by yourself, tell us, who is our darling Sandra?
Thank you. Okay, so when you've already started with that kind of introduction, I don't even know what to say anymore. Yeah.
I do not even say everything. You and I know I do not say everything.
Okay. Yes, so Sandra Adeyeye Bello.
See the name Adeyeye Bello. See, don't worry. When I get married there, you people go hear
Seriously, it's important.
Yes.
It's important.
I love her.
Okay. So Sandra Adeyeye Bello is popularly known as the Different Woman. That was how I started my brand.
That's how I got to know her.
Yes. Okay, but yeah, I have transited from just being the Different Woman to the Money Woman. Okay, so I'm going to talk quickly about that transition.
Okay.
Because the Different Woman brand came from being someone it was more like a protest against the status quo, something I had seen growing up. I had a lot of childhood traumas around domestic abuse, domestic violence, and then it was more like a protest for me because, when people tell you, you can't do this, I saw my mom suffer over 10 years of domestic violence.
Wow.
And it formed my mindset of, hey,
I'm not going to be that woman.
Yes, it showed me who I didn't want to be or who I didn't want to become. So as a protest to that, I said I was the different woman.
Yeah.
It didn't mean that I was the perfect woman.
Yeah.
It didn't mean that I was the best woman.
Yeah.
It was just being different.
Yeah.
Right? So, but that brand, I slowly outgrew that brand because it was something that focused more on awareness.
Yeah.
I'm a media practitioner. I'm a mass communicator. I've gone into a lot of communication, marketing. One thing that still stands out to me is the fact that it goes beyond telling the woman you deserve better. I used most of my earlier productions. I had events. I had multimedia productions that were geared towards mental awareness. Oh, woman, you deserve more. You have self-esteem. You could be confident.
Yeah.
Your life doesn't have to end because someone says so. That was my earlier message.
Yeah.
But guess what? We had pity parties. Women love to share their stories. Oh, when I started talking about that, guess what? I had lots and lots of women.
Yeah.
So I had lots and lots of women coming into my DMs, sharing their stories.
Yeah.
All my events were packed because it was all about we could relate to each other's stories.
Yes.
But what happens after that?
Yes. How do we move on from that? How do we better ourselves?
That was the question I had to, because apart from just being an advocate for women empowerment, apart from being a woman who was utilizing my skill to make women aware, I'm also a mental health lay counselor.
Yeah.
So, and truly, something we don't talk about in this profession is the fact that there is also the part where you absorb other people's energies. So you also, as a practitioner, despite having that knowledge, you end up being depressed as well. Guess what? I would meet a lot of awesome, amazing women. I'm not telling you about women who probably didn't know who they were. I'm telling you about women who forgot who they were. These women will tell you, I used to be this. Sandra, I don't know where it went wrong. I don't know. Guess what? I can help you. So it
It became
it became a burden for me.
Yeah.
I would end up feeling bad because I couldn't do more than I expected. What I really wanted to do, I'll be like, girl, what can you do? Why don't you, move on? Why don't you work? And then that takes me back to when I was growing up as well. If you hear people describe my mom, they used to describe her like the tigress. Oh, this is the person that when they were growing up, she was the one that if they couldn't speak, she was their voice.
Yeah.
And then I remember as a child, I would ask her, why do you stay? Why don't we leave?
Yeah.
And then her response became the response. And then her response became the response of a lot of other women today.
They're staying for the children.
Where do I go?
Yeah.
Who would love a +1, a +2, a +3? This is, we are counting our children. And how would the society see me?
Yeah.
A divorcee.
Yeah.
I couldn't stay.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep my home. We forget that it takes two people
to keep a home.
But hey, welcome to the world where the failure or success of a marriage or relationship
put on the woman.
Exactly. So I see these amazing women daily, and it's just had a way of, sinking me into depression because I kept thinking, why? How? How did this awesome, beautiful woman become a shadow of herself? She can't even see. She can't even remember. And guess what? I experienced it firsthand as well.
Yeah.
Even I realized that it's not just about telling you that she's a strong woman. Even strong women fall.
Yes. I
have fallen. Right now, you would see my status on my Instagram page.
Yeah.
This used to be a woman. I have felt that shame loop. When I used to talk about it, it just felt like, oh, I was talking about it from my mom's own perspective. But guess what? Until it happened to me.
Yeah.
Now I can tell you that, hey, I bounced back. And I'm using my story now to share. But guess what? It's not a one-day thing.
No.
It happens to the best of the best of the best. I have been broke. I have been broken. And I have been suicidal. March 2023, I was about throwing in the bucket. And this is a mental health counselor.
Wow. I mean, that's where the whole physician heal yourself thing comes in. People just
really?
be like...
And you know that doctors don't necessarily, I don't know that popular saying now, but doctors are not the one that actually treat themselves. No. They treat other people.
Yeah, they are good at treating others, but not themselves.
But themselves. So it happened to me, and girl, I got to the point of, there is the crescendo of anger, bitterness, depression. And then when you feel like shame. Shame is the biggest of it all.
And I think also shame is one of the reasons women keep enduring this and covering up.
Are you fine? Yes, I'm fine.
Yes, like there was a post I put out on my WhatsApp status. I think that was yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Where this lady, she comes on this talk show, and the host, who is also her friend, they've had other talk shows together, but this time she was a guest, and she was asked, how are you? And the first response, as usual, was, I'm fine. And then there was a pause, and before we could say Jack, the tears started coming. Like, we always have this thing of, let's tell the world. And especially if you're a person that is used to being that person that other people come to.
Yes.
In your own case, like, imagine women share their stories,
exactly.
You profile solutions to them. Exactly. And then, having it that you are now going through the exact same thing. It's just something that is, who would you go to? So I can understand that, and one thing you failed to mention with a different woman is how you also, empowered women. I remember how I got to meet you. Let me just say it here. So I was that girl that was like, okay, I want to start investing. I didn't know how to start investing my money and all of that. And I came across your page. And thanks to you, I became a landowner in Abuja. So can you take us through that, the empowerment stage of, we'll get to the money woman,
yes.
But the different woman first. How did we get from listening to their stories and say, you know what, let's do something for them?
Thank you. That's a very, very beautiful question. So I remember telling you about how I started sharing my own story, and that's how I attracted a lot of women coming in. And it started becoming really depressing when you can't do anything. But then I realized that there was something we used to do back then. They call it osusu, akawo.
Yes.
Oh, we put monies together, and then you put monies in kolo.
Yeah.
But guess what? When you put money in kolo, it's not increasing. When you break it, inflation will still affect it.
Exactly.
So, but there is the idea of osusu, akawo. We save ahead.
Yeah.
Then probably in December, it used to be beautiful in December.
Yeah.
Then we now come out, we have groundnut oils, we have rice, we have Maggi, we have everything. Oh, okay, so those are spices. Just basically, I think I'm promoting that.
So it's fine. I mean, every Nigerian calls seasoning Maggi. So.
Okay. So let me just take it. Okay, so we have rice, we have groundnut oil, we have, all kinds of spices, and the season is beautiful for us. But guess what? We eat it. And then we start again in January.
It's a cycle.
Yes.
An unending one.
Oh. And then I realized that, hey, why don't we take that model and create something that would benefit women? It's not new to them.
Yeah.
Because obviously investing was new. As at the time I started talking about it, it was really new. Now you can see a lot of investors and women talking about money now on social media. But it was not a thing then. It was not a thing then.
Yes.
It was not popular. So I was like, what do? We had to start from something they knew, because they would not trust you to just come up and tell them, give me my money.
Yeah.
Or, and I thought about it. Okay, why don't we start telling the stories of osusu?
Yes.
Akawu. I was now doing content like, hey, you can put money and then save that money. When you really want to buy a bag, you really want to buy a shoe, no matter how things are tight, because your mind is there, you must look for that money and put that money there because you want that thing.
Yeah.
So I started trying to create that desire. If you want a better life, not just for you, but for your daughters. Yeah. Because the truth is, let me be honest with you, it is today that a lot of women know that they can buy properties in their names. Yes.
Well, a lot, yes. But
now it's becoming,
for some of us, our mothers,
but it was already the thing. Oh, when I started it, I had women come to my DMs and they can't.
What?
Yes.
They can't buy properties in their name.
They couldn't.
Why?
How can they do it? How can they do it without offending? And do they need to tell their husbands and so on? And there was just a lot. It was just a lot. Seriously, we can't uncover a lot of that right now. Yes. But I had to start, it's something we as women have, that's covering that thing for our children, no matter how. Yeah. So it was not really just about, because people will come at me that even the boy child too. I'm like, yeah, but that's not my ministry. Anybody that has the ministry.
But why do they do that though? Someone is talking about a particular thing. The fact that I said I like white doesn't mean I dislike black.
Black, yes. So if you want to do a program for the girl, for the boy child, I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. I'm not saying the boy child is less than the girl child, but I'm telling you that this is my own ministry. Yeah. To cater to women and girls. Yeah. And that's because it comes from my own childhood. I'm a girl, I'm a woman first. Yeah. So I know I've been at the bottom. So if I am here and I'm telling you this is who I am, this is what I care about. I don't think you need to invalidate me. So it took a lot. It took a lot. But guess what? A lot of women started to see the benefit of, even if they, trust me, even the first set of people that bought the land, that land you're talking about.
I remember going on your page, and a lot of people, you literally had to do videos where you take the women there. I was with you all. I saw it.
I want to actually tell you the first set of women that actually bought that land. Girl, you still have your land, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of women sold the land, just probably. In fact, someone else did not come to, I think about 2 people did not come to collect their papers.
Wow.
They actually said their husbands found out, or their husband said no, or their husband said something, or they needed to talk to. I'm telling you.
Their husbands?
Oh, yeah.
Did not.
I'm just.
You see why it's good to be single?
No, it's not.
You see why my single life is good? Ain't nobody telling me any nonsense. Okay, but I mean, it's good to have a good man.
Yeah, it's good to have a good partner.
They are good men.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm trying to buttress is the fact that a lot at that time.
Yeah.
Yes, we are doing a lot now. We still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But we still, at that time, it took a lot of convincing for women to choose themselves. For women to choose themselves. So it was really, really daunting, but it was a successful program.
It was.
Yes, one power program. Guess what? How did we run this? I created a WhatsApp group. After, all the content, I said, hey, if you're interested, join this group.
Yeah.
And then from that group, I had people who men joined the group. And men came to threaten me. Yes. I had people joining that group. So we had a general
Wait.
You said you didn't want to join a group.
I told you I hate
yes.
groups.
So, but I'm telling you about that group that you refused to join. People actually came at me. People without knowing me. And I cried a lot then.
Why?
People could not fathom how a woman would be selling land. First of all, I don't know if it was a new idea or what, or that the land were cheap, because it was cheap. Because
it was cheap at that time.
Outskirts of, a lot of inflation now, because those places are now
very open now. Yeah.
But then when we were telling them
to buy,
it felt like strange idea. Where did this come from? And the women that actually transcended or, moved from that group, they started. So what I did was, how much is this land again? Maybe, I think at the time, 300, 500.
I think 250.
250 for a half plot.
Yeah.
For a half plot. So we had 500 for a full plot at that time. So what would happen?
Which is about millions now, though.
Yes, it is.
Millions,
it is.
I know that.
It is. So at that time, how many women do we need to make 250 per month? That was what I calculated. That was the model. So the same way you had Osusu, putting monies together and someone carries it. That's how they call it.
Yeah.
Someone carries it for a project or something. So we had a target for every month. We had to make this amount for that month. So 1 or 2 women would get a plot of land per month.
Yeah.
Now for me to make sure that everyone got their own, I didn't release plots of land, the papers, until the end.
Yeah, I remember.
I would not release.
I remember. I told you.
I would have it.
You know what?
Just hold it.
Just hold it, because I was very naive.
Because
then.
people were like,
I just
"Are you sure if I do my own, will other people contribute for me?" I was like, "Girl."
Oh, that was what was happening.
Yes, people were worried for that.
Do you know? Let me tell you, for my own, I didn't even know.
No, you went with your own.
My own was just, let me just buy land and that's it. Even you had to literally call me and call me to come and collect my papers. I'll be like, that place is far. I remember she said,
you're one of the people that actually trusted me so much.
Just take the money.
It was really lovely. There is another lady that I actually just met last year, 4 years in. This woman traveled and just left me. I never saw her. She just sent me her money. Sandra,
I said, come and see your land.
I did that. And I said, I kept calling her. I was like, madam, are you in Nigeria?
He said, please,
can I send it to you?
Come and see your land. I'm like, that place is too far. He said, come and see your land. I said, have you bought the land? He said, yes. Hey, just hold the paper. It took my younger brother. I remember the day I came with my younger brother, and you could see my face. I was just waking up from sleep that day. I was like, we came. I didn't want to enter. I just didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to be like, I remember I was telling you, have we gone? Have we reached? Is this the place? Yeah, let's go. But the thing is, that program actually did help a lot of women stand on their feet. Despite, opposition. I mean, there's really nothing you can do in this life without people opposing, but that was a very good program. So how did we move from that to the Money Woman? Because I'm seeing on your page a lot of ICT women, pushing women into ICT and all of that. Yes. And that also brings us to your latest program, which is starting next month.
Yes. The Miss Money Woman pageant.
Like, when I heard that, I thought, okay, we're going to be wearing, some swimwears and all that. And I told myself, okay.
That's not happening.
I wanted to come and cover this one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so One Power was the land project.
Yes.
It quickly died out because, trust me, you are just one of the few that still have their landed properties.
Wow.
It was really discouraging because, like I said, a lot of people sold their properties. We just, because of different reasons that didn't seem,
they didn't even let
real
us
estate people-
appreciate.
Yes, real estate people will tell you don't buy land.
And
don't-
sell it
you don't-
immediately.
No, you don't even wait for land. You buy it and wait.
True.
You understand? So when they were buying, you're buying at 300 and you're selling at probably 350
Yeah.
or even less.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense. Like, for whatever reason, that happened, and I thought this is not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable, especially because inflation, things started going up and so on, and development. So Money Woman International, so I went fully into just ICT, training women, like getting skills.
Yeah.
So it goes beyond just saying, because most of them, what I realized they were waiting for probably market money, pocket money, those allowances to be able to put into the Osusu that we were creating, called the When Power. Okay, so what I said was, hey, if you have a skill, they can take money from you. They can take your clothes. They can take anything from you.
But they're not
they
taking
will never take what you have upstairs.
Yeah.
So that's what I went fully into. Teaching content, teaching, graphics design. I said, girl, you can make money with your phone.
Yeah.
And thank God for today, remote work.
Yeah.
Oh, COVID-19 helped us see a lot. Like, when we had that lockdown and everything. The people that were making money online were the people that had skills. Things to offer. Ways to help people.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of women gravitated towards me at that time, and I realized that, this is something that we could actually propagate.
Yeah.
And then I went fully online, virtual. So even the Miss Money Woman pageant we're talking about now is completely virtual.
So what is it all about?
Yes. So Money Woman International is a transition of the Different Woman. It's actually birthed by the Different Woman Network, which is a registered business in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes. So the Money Woman is focused on financial empowerment. Meanwhile, the Different Woman Network was focused on emotional empowerment. So right now, it goes beyond that. You deserve more. Now I'm telling you, if you are ready to actually, or you believe that you actually deserve more, then this is how you can get more.
Yeah.
So it is the way out of just talking and doing. So now we are doing. So Money Woman International is just focused on that. And now I am also focused on creating a financial safe space for women.
Yeah.
Because from what I shared with you already, when the woman, chooses herself, there are still obstructions, there are still distractions, there are still limitations. So we are geared towards creating events, activities that would enable her feel confident. Because trust me, if you were walking on a lonely street alone, your heart would be doing.
I know. I'll try my own.
But if you were walking in 2, 3, 4,
you'll be more
5,
confident.
You'll be more confident.
True.
So that's what I'm creating right now. A network of women connected, doing this journey together. So you are not just, in fact, if you are not making money and you are part of us, you would actually be looking at yourself like you don't even need pep talk.
Yeah.
Our lives will be the pep talk you
need. Yeah.
So that's what I want. That's what I'm creating right now.
So that's
we have
what it's all about.
Yes. So we have a network of women that believe that they should be financially empowered. This is not a hate group. This is not a tag, maybe feminism or whatever. No, this is about women who are
just women wanting other women to be better.
To be better. That are realizing that, hey, I deserve more. And I really want more from my life. If my partner is coming into my life, then yes, they are bringing more. They are coming to support me, helping to make my light shine.
Okay.
Right? So that's what this is about.
So the question now is, who can be part of this? I mean, because now we've talked about a lot of married women with partners. What about the young girl that is maybe in her 20s, that's still trying to figure out,
That's a beautiful question.
what she's going to do. A lot of us haven't figured out our lives, yes, but here is a younger person that goes on social media and saying, oh, I have to do this wrong things, that they have to do. If they don't do that wrong thing, they cannot make money. So how can they, be part of this?
Very beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Because this is one of the reasons I'm doing what I do. Anyone that knows me knows I would say there is no success without a successor.
True.
But you cannot make change from outside. It has to start from within.
Yeah.
So what we are doing is, I am saying, this is just a new movement. It started like late last year. I told you March last year I was suicidal. So that turning point, we will talk about it someday.
Yeah.
But today, when the Money Woman brand came to be, I had to reach out to this circle of women. And so it's like a ripple effect. It's growing out from each other. But it started from like probably 2-3 of us.
Yeah.
And then 2-3 of us knowing 2-3, 2-3, and now we are growing outside. So it is from within to without.
So
now what I'm saying in regards to that answer, in regards to that question, yes, it is that we are creating role models that the young girls can see. Okay. I'm a marketing communication specialist. Yeah. And as a marketer, what we believe is whatever is not seen does not exist. True. So whenever you're talking about, girls are being influenced by this, what are they seeing? It is what they see that influences them. Yes. We are all influenced one way or another by something we know, something we see, something in our circle, in our space. Yeah. Whether we choose to accept it or not, consciously or unconsciously, it happens. Yes. So what we are doing, we're not making noise, we're not fighting anybody. It is, you're leaving a chair for you. You want to do something, I'm there. Okay. I'm doing this, my girls show up. We want to bring that back because the society we met, the society, I'm speaking for me now, and I hope that some other woman will be able to say, yes, she understands this. The society that we met was a society that already compared us to each other. Set us up against each other. It's crazy how things work because in my last episode, we're talking about women and friendships. And I remember I said something about how women are always pitched against each other. Yes. And now we are having a turnaround in this group where instead of being rivals, we are now, coming together, cheering for each other and all of that. Yes. But that's all good. But now, we are living in reality. Yes. What a lot of people are thinking now is, how am I going to make money? Beautiful. Okay. So, when I talk about role models, I'm talking about women who have businesses, who are setting up businesses. Okay. Now, currently, I am finishing up a 30 days Launch Your Idea to Business challenge that I started. Yeah. The Money Woman International has different arms. Okay. We have the Money Woman Club. Okay. The Money Woman Club is that close-knit of women who are coming together to support one another with educational materials, workshops, webinars. It is enclosed. We're not promoting it to anybody. It is within the club. Okay. And of course, investment opportunities. There are different tiers. Yes, there are different tiers in this club. So there are different tiers from the basic to the executive. So of course, when you make your money grow, wellness, I'm not taking wellness out of me because seriously, you will get burnt out. If you make that money, you're always working and no time to relax. So the executives, that's where we're at. So there are different tiers. The executives are for the enjoyment. Oh yes, when you make your money, we now have trips. Girl, can I join vacations. The executives? Yes, girl. That's where I want to be enjoying myself. Yes, you're welcome. Trips are being planned, girls' trips, staycations, vacations. We want girls' time out. Okay. So that's what the executives are all about. While they're doing the basics, educational, the intermediate, that's where the investment. Okay. So we're talking about flipping properties. We're talking about investing together to get properties and so on. That's the intermediate. And then we have the executive. That's where, of course, when we're done with all the, we travel, quarterly, yearly, and so on. Those are for the club. Okay. Now we have another arm of the Money Woman International called the Miss Money Woman Pageant. The Miss Money Woman Pageant. I know you did that. Because I want to talk about it. Yes. When people hear pageants, they already expect Miss what? Yes. You're not the only one that thought that. We had to start to educate people. Okay. It's basically a display. When you say pageant, it's a display. Okay. So, but this is actually a movement geared towards showing that we are more than just beautiful. Because I've heard people say that the woman, oh, she's beautiful. That's all she brings to the table. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and sorry to cut you. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's very rude that I'm cutting you, but there's a saying that people say they think it's a compliment, but I actually think it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty and brains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I think of it, I think so you are indirectly trying to say that a beautiful woman cannot be brainy
See
and a
that
brainy woman cannot be beautiful. So in sense, you have to like mention it that, you know, you have beautiful and you are brainy. So
Yes.
beauty and brains. You literally have to use it as a compliment.
A compliment.
Like people think it's a compliment, but for me, I just don't feel, because for example, if I see, let's say, this light, there's no way I'll be like, wow,
You're so shiny and bright.
a light that shines, like light shines.
Yes.
So when people say that, in respect to what you're saying, a lot of people see a lot of women and be like, you know what, you cannot be beautiful and still be smart. And
A misconception.
yeah. So going back to our beauty, no, not beauty pageant, sorry.
It's a business pageant.
What are we displaying?
Your businesses. So this is majorly about business ideas, and also businesses of less than 2 years old. And
Okay.
I'll tell you why. So my comeback was I think this is a revolution on its own,
Okay.
because I realized that if you look at it globally, women bring more, and please quote me anywhere, women bring more to the table, because trust me, a man who is doing the same thing that I am doing.
God hold my tongue. I want to say something, but say it.
Yes, please. We have to work twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as hard to show that we deserve the pay, that we deserve your respect, that we deserve a seat at the table. So yes, please, she does more. But you don't see that.
At least now you people will get, throw that rubbish thing of what do you bring to the table. I think it's women that are supposed to be asking men, what do you bring to the
Yes,
table?
please.
So, but let's go on. Let's not go there before they call us.
Oh, they will. Whatever, they will still talk. They will still talk, but that's fine. Please talk.
I love you. I love you.
I love you right back. Okay, so the idea is women do the work,
Yeah.
but she has to practically beg to be respected, to be understood,
To be seen.
to be paid for the work that she does. Oh, Taraji P. Henson just cried on screen. This is someone that we need to doubt what she brings to the table.
Like very talented actress.
So this is just one of the others. And then talking about funding, I attended a seminar one time and they said women are not bankable. Yes. I'm not going to say what that. Yeah.
No, I know where they are going to, because someone like me, I think I've heard something similar.
Yes.
When I was going for a contract. But let's talk. Let's continue.
I'm happy that you can feel that.
Why? I mean,
yes. Because this is our reality.
That is a reality.
This is what we face on a daily.
And yet people have the guts to come out to say that women enjoy a special kind of privilege.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before too.
I saw that and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about that. Let's continue.
Anyway, so that is why Miss Money Woman Pageant is here to show. And of course, it doesn't take away from my marketing. You know me and marketing. I need to show you why these women are bankable. I need to show you why you need to invest. I need to show you why she's worth that respect. If she says she's a CEO,
it's not because she slept her way to the top.
At all. And yes, she puts
how many men do I have to sleep with to get that kind of money? Like, be for real.
And even when you say that, and even
the sleeping self is work.
Yes, please. It is. It is.
We're not encouraging that, but it is work.
I don't have a thing with anybody's lifestyle. I'm not a lifestyle therapist. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. No. But the reason I'm saying that, the reason I'm saying this, actually, this dawned on me at the last. Am I free to call the name of the show? Okay, let's just say one show.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this dawned on me at the end of one popular show in
Yeah.
Nigeria here, where a lot of the girls there were termed a certain way. Some
Oh.
legs were flying around.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm very conversant with the show.
yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people were, talking. It's almost like they talk on this show.
Okay, let me just call the show because it's Big Brother Nigeria she's talking about.
Yes. Please.
My show. I love it.
Okay, so this show, and people think it is easy to do the work that these girls do.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it is easy to, speak when the cameras are turned on? Oh, go and stand in front of your church and speak, or stand in front of the market and speak. If you think it's easy, with having how many millions of eyes turned on you?
And in a very judgmental country.
Yes.
Yeah.
They think it is easy. Like, most of these girls, like, they practically sleep late, wake up early. They are running their full lives for the 90 days, I think. On cam.
They've reduced it to about 71 days now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And probably even had rehearsals, preparation before that.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't give them credit for the work they do. They put in the work. They put in the work. Yes, you see the jaye, you see the happy life on screen.
But behind that.
Do you know the work that goes on behind the scene?
Okay.
So that is what Miss Money Woman pageant is bringing. To
It's
show you
showcasing women,
yes.
businesses. So
her
now,
hard work and her resilience.
yeah. Now, since we are still talking about money and all of that, I think
Yes.
we've talked about almost everything. It's International Women's Day coming up on the 8th of March.
Yes.
This is basically about women, getting empowered, being included, being shown, being seen,
Yes.
and I would like the last question now is to know how can any woman watching this be part of this?
Oh, please just check us out on www.moneywoman.org.
Yeah, it will be on the screen.
Yes.
www.moneywoman.org.
There is so much to do.
Is there a number? Some people are really not website people. Let's be
Please, you
honest.
have to be website people.
There will be, but
the kind of people we are trying to attract are the people.
no,
that
we are attracting every woman that wants to make their lives better.
Yes,
So they can learn.
they can learn.
So
Can
maybe
learn.
we'll
If
have
you have
a
a
number.
phone,
Yeah.
If
Or
you have a
WhatsApp.
phone.
Yeah.
My number is private. That's why I would not call out my number.
No, not your number. Okay. We will put the WhatsApp number
And the email.
yes.
Yes.
Our
Our
here,
email,
so that,
our website, I'll send that.
because this is a good initiative for everyone who wants to make something out of their lives. Be you married, be you single,
Yes.
in your 40s, 50s, 30s, or your 20s.
Yes, we are inclusive.
Yes.
We create an inclusive environment because it's mostly about mentorship, partnership, collaboration. So, of course, it is, if I have, I want you to have.
Yeah.
But we're also protecting our energies because energy is important.
Yeah.
If you don't think you need to put in the work, if your ideologies don't align with ours, it is fine.
Okay.
But if you do, we welcome you.
Yeah. Thank you so very much for
Thank
coming.
you.
We'll still have her again, definitely, because
Thank you.
there's a lot to be talked about.
There is.
For some reason, they will now start thinking Ezine is always talking about women. Don't want men too. So we'll talk about men too, because men's life matter.
Yes.
Thank you so
Just
very
like
much.
every human's life.
Ha, wahala.
Every human's life matters.
Thank you so very much, Sandra.
Thank
Like,
you.
this is how we talk. We're talking even before the camera came on, and probably we'll be talking after the camera goes out, because now this Oga behind the camera is already giving me signs to get out of here. So thank you so very much for doing
Thank
this.
you.
And we wish you a successful, when is this starting again?
From the 1st of March, and the live event is 26, 27, 28 of March.
Okay, so,
Yes.
but even
You can
after
catch it on our YouTube channel,
okay,
Money Woman TV.
okay. So, you can still be part of it even after it starts on the 1st of
Yes.
March. So all the details you need will be put, on the screen. So if you want to be part of that, you know how to, join and be part of this beautiful, movement. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for staying tuned with us. for another episode of Living in Reality, where we talk about things that we experience but generally shy away from talking about. Until I come your way again, I remain your very lovely host, Ezinne Williams. Thank you.
Bye.